Okay, greetings. This is Edo Jumbo. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to upload photos from the Camera2 API of Android using Kotlin. Before we begin, quick reminder that every day I'm hosting a live stream. You visit ojumbo.com, you go to the watch menu, then your live sub menu, and you can see the current live stream is going to be called Kotlin Camera2 Upload Photo Android Development on the channel, and the date and time. And these are the posts dated for future live stream. Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. Okay, so this is an ongoing series for the chicken webcam. Basically, I am raising chickens, and because I can't be outside all the time, especially during the day. Obviously at night I can lock them up in their coop, but during the day when for example, I'm doing the live stream right now, I would like to be able to view what's going on. For example, if day predators are usually like foxes, hawks, owls. There are usually no bears or coyotes during the day, but I'm saying that if something is there, I want to be able to, stop what I'm doing and go chase them out or whatever, make sure the grows are okay. Okay, so I'm going to use the Camera2 API, which was introduced in Android API level 21, corresponds to Android 5.0 Lollipop. The reason for this is because I want to use a Node device, maybe like another tablet or a mobile phone, and also because those devices, they use low power. So I do have some solar panels, so that's another reason I want to use this, or they will be constantly charged and just work obviously during the day. Okay, so the Camera2 API, it offers more control over the camera hardware. I can get things such as shutter speed, autofocus, and raw capture. And you can get the Camera2 API reference. Here I have a link for you. So you see here it says Android hardware.camera2. There's a lot of things you can do here. You can take a look at that at your leisure. So we're going to create a native Kotlin Android application. We're not doing the HTML5 because the problem with the HTML5 application is that it runs in a browser. So meaning that the browser has to be open all the time when this application is running. The problem with that is the browser, especially even on old devices, mid-range devices, the browser is going to eat up a lot of resources. Sorry, the power draw. Kotlin is cross-platform, statically typed, general-purpose high-level programming language with a type interface. Because we're using the camera, we're going to be doing uploading on the Android. You need to have an SSO certificate. However, because this application is going to be running on the local area network, so I can use a self-signed certificate. I actually created a tutorial, including a video. You see here, you can actually go check it out, where I created a self-signed certificate using OpenSSL for Android. You can see all the commands I used to create it using OpenSSL. Everything is here, and you can see how I also installed it on Android Studio. Okay, where else? So if these are the requirements, so obviously the IP, because this is going to be wireless. The WLAN, that stands for wireless LAN network, links to 2 or more devices. So basically, the way this is going to work is this device will be somewhere, maybe a different room or outside. It'll hook up to my wireless router, and then I'll be able to view it on my workstation when I'm here. Or for example, you could also do something like maybe I'm away. Obviously the coop will be closed, but I'm saying that I can see any pests, intruders coming as well. So as I said, you need a secure certificate. That stands for SSL, Secure Sockets Layer, and it's an encryption standard. And that's obviously that's why the HTTPS is here. So I explain all this, and the ADB. This is Android Debug Bridge, API UI text review. So what we're going to do is we'll basically for this tutorial, we'll access the camera and then preview it on a texture view, and then take a photo, save it, and then upload that photo to the local to the workstation locally. So the reason I'm saving it is because if something happens, like maybe the network goes down, it's at least saved, and I can tell, okay, this is what happened the last time when this failed. So that's the reason. Okay, so these are and it came out in 2007. I got it in January 2018. So this is my old device. This is currently my daily driver. It's a Samsung Galaxy S21 FE 5G. So this one, I believe, came out in 2022, even if it says S21, because there was a delays, obviously. You know what happened during the world was going crazy during that time. And of course, there's also this Android emulator. This is the default one. It's API 36. As you can see here with the power draw, this is the reason why I want to use an older device as the camera, because you can see here it takes 10 watts charging. So even just 100 watt solar panel will take care of that. Same with this one, the Samsung Galaxy one. It's just less than 25 watts charging. You can also charge at a lower rate. So as long as it's charging when it's working, that will be fine. So this is the code to take and upload the photo. You can see here, there's quite a bit here. This is the part that actually uploads. You can see the request method is post, and it's kind of like HTML as well. And you can see here that I hard coded this API to this. I'll show you how to create this. So I've already explained what we're going to do here. So I basically will take the certificate, we'll add it, we'll create a network security config file. It's an XML. Create the XML file in the layout. Get the permissions in the manifest file, and then put the code in there. And you can see here, this is the folder for the where the certificates were generated. Because it takes a while, I'm not going to do the, I'm not going to create it, because I said there's already a tutorial dedicated to this. And this is the, this is a snapshot of a photo I took of the chickens during winter. And this is the video. So if you don't want to log into the channel to chat live, you can simply watch this embedded video. So for example, I can click here. This is the, and you can see this is live. Okay, so OpenSSL, it's open source, licensed under the Apache license 2.0. It's a permissive license. Sterno, which will be used, because I'm going to use PHP as my web server. I'm using the built-in PHP one, but that one doesn't come with SSL certificate, so I have to use Sterno, which is a proxy to add that, and that one is released under the GNU public license version 2 or later, with an OpenSSL exception. PHP obviously is released under the PHP scripting language license, and that's a permissive license. Kotlin is released under the Apache license 2.0. It's a permissive license. And OpenJDK, that's my default Java on my Fedora Linux. That's released under the GNU General Public License version 2. That's copyleft. Android itself is also released under Apache license version 2 for the user space software, and the GNU Public License GPL version 2 for the Linux kernel. So you might be wondering, why didn't I talk about Java here? Because OpenJDK will be my Java. You can obviously get Java from Oracle, but that one is proprietary. Okay, and with that out of the way, I think we can get started here. So I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to show you the folder. So this is the folder here. You can see we have the certificates here, and I have so I generated the certificates, and then I created this file called save jpeg.php. I'll show you what that file looks like. And then this is my, actually let me dump to the terminal here, because I need to be on the terminal anyway. So I'm going to use nano. Let me clean this up. Okay, so I'm going to zoom up here a little bit. So I'm going to open up this PHP file. As you can see, it's a very simple PHP file. Yeah, it's a very simple PHP file. I just basically check to see if the file is not empty. I create this log file just in case something went wrong, but I don't need this. So basically, I grab the file name and I save it as a JPEG file, and then I will. This is the destination from the temporary location, so I just move it, and then I JSON encode status equals OK so that the sender will understand that the file was loaded without a problem. Then I also have this one here just in case we use if it doesn't do a post or it does something else. So if there's some other type of data, we can also get it this way as well. So that's two ways, and again, I also echo the status OK, and then I die because we don't want, especially when you're doing JSON for PHP, we don't want any spaces or whatever. It might mess things up. So now with that one, this other one is external, so I will nano that one as well. The config, as you can see. So this connect 192.168.1.230.8,000. This is the local LAN that PHP is going to use. But as I said, PHP doesn't have a SSL certificate, the built-in web server. So this is where this one will come in, a proxy to this one, and then it needs a key certificate and the CSA file. And that's the certificate authority, and that's that one there. Okay, now without obey, before I begin, I want to make sure my IP hasn't changed. Yeah, so it hasn't changed. It's still 192.168.230. So that's fine. Let me clear this. So what I can do is I just type what is it? External. Watch, I can't remember. This has been a while. I have to go back to the tutorial here and see how I did this. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, external, I was right. So basically, yeah, so I was right. So I make sure. So external, and this means run another command after. So PHP s192.168.1.230. and it's 8,000. So as you can see here, this is the development server, the PHP server has started, but external, it will, when you use the HTTPS, it will actually external to get everything working. So with this, I'm just going to minimize this a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Minimize this again. So now I'm going to remove this out of the way just for now, because I need to start Android Studio. So Android Studio is loading up. Okay, I'll show you what's happening here. So what I need to do is I need to create a new project. I'm going to pick empty views activity. So I'm going to call this one Kotlin upload. Actually, I should say Kotlin camera upload. Oh, photo upload. I think that would be better. Photo upload. Okay, there we go. Photo upload. Hit finish. Yeah, see the language. You see the language. You can still pick Java, but this one is Kotlin. So I click finish. I don't know why it goes to a different monitor, but you should see it here. Okay, hopefully, yeah, there we go. So it's going to take a little. It's going to take a while. So with that, while that's going on, so we will need to create. I'll show you how to create the network configuration. Remember, the server is running, the PHP server is running right now. You don't have to use PHP. You can use different servers. For example, there's one where I actually did it with Node.js. And also, I think it was the Symfony server, the PHP framework. You can use that one as well. Because that one does that one does come with an SSL certificate. Or you can use Apache Nginx, any server you want. It just needs to be able to serve SSL certificates. When I was doing some reading a while back, about 2 months ago, I found out that there's some people who actually release applications with self-signed certificates. Now, this is what I'm doing here today, but this one is just a local area one, so it's not a problem. But I'm saying this, if this was for production, like for example, I was going to put it on the Android store and I want people to download it, I would definitely put it on the server and have, like a Let's Encrypt or something. Okay, so with this done, we go to the app, then we go to res for resources, and you can see here where we're missing the raw folder. So you click on the res folder, right click, you click new, you see Android resource directory, you click on that, and you see where it says resource type, you change that to raw. So raw means that whatever you put in there, it won't be modified at all. It'll be just the way you want it to be. For example, it could be an image, a video. It won't be modified at all. So this folder is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So I need 2 files. I'll show those to you. So you see I already created the PEM files here. This one here and this one. So all I need to do is grab those 2 and then drag them into the raw folder. And you say copy. Yes, that's what I want to do. So you see now the raw folder has both of those 2 files. Now that's fine. Now what I need to do is I go to the XML folder, this one here. You see there's already a few things in here. Then I right click here and I'm going to add XML resource file, and I'm going to call this one network security config. Hope I spelled that right. Yeah, network config. So the file came up here. I'm not going to use any of this. So okay, there we go. Zoom up a little bit. This is just an XML file. So as you can see here, what I did was I created this network security config, and then the base config, the trust anchors, so the system and user, and then the domain config. There's the domain includes subdomains. Now, because this is a local network, I'm going to use IP address. I don't need to use IP address because finally Google decided to support the the local dev on the Android devices. It's pretty recent, but remember this is being programmed for older devices, so it wasn't still supported then. So that's why you still need to use the IP address. And then the trans anchors, again, we tell it where to get the our files. You see this one, the PEM, the certificate authority, and the certificate itself. And you see it's in the raw folder. So this is how you reference it. Okay, so that is. We need to do one more thing in our layout. We're going to activity main. This was already created. I didn't create it, so I need to edit it. And so you see it's using this constraint. Remember, we need a text review and a button. So I'm going to replace this. I paste it to the relative layout, and you see I create a button here. And the button here, I'm going to call it. I guess I'll call it record. That's a better name than just button. So yeah, so I call it a record. So I'm saving this. Make sure I save this as well. Yeah. So those two we're pretty much done. So basically, see, this is a texture view. It has an ID of texture, and the button has an ID of take picture. I could call it upload picture, but it's the same thing. Okay. So with that, we're done with the resources now. So now we go to our manifest. We need to add a few things here. So the first thing we need to add is the permissions. So we need a bunch of permissions, and I'll explain those to you in a second. So we need the internet because we're going to be uploading, even though it's on the local network. We still need the internet, and the camera. I chose any here because in the past the cameras, there would be maybe 1 or 2 cameras. So that was obviously, in this case, I want the back-facing camera. But for example, my device, which is really a mid-range phone, it comes with 4 cameras, right? So and I'm pretty sure high-end devices have more than might have more than those cameras. So in that case, so you just pick any, and then it says here's use permission. Obviously, we need the permission to use the camera. And this is the part of, so we need the right permissions, read and manage. And you see here, you have to add this scope, and you have to add this max SDK version. So the reason I'm putting this here is because, again, I said the device is older. Then if you have a more recent device like mine, for example, you probably don't know, you don't need all this. I think it's automatic that you can write to the same folder that the application is in, but I said for other devices you are not able to. You have to specify what permissions you need. Okay, now with that out of the way, we're almost done. There's one more thing we need to do, and that is in the application here, we need to tell it to use our the network security configuration file. So that's an easy one to do. Just to make it easy, I'll put it up here. And you see it's in the XML folder, and it's network security config. Okay, and I said all this information except for these permissions were in the previous tutorial when I actually showed you how to test the local network. So with that out of the way, let's now actually go to open up our Kotlin file. This one here. So the main. So I don't need any of this stuff here. So I'll delete that. And I'm going to paste. So most of this stuff we have done before. So the only things, obviously, like the file. Actually, we did the file. So the new ones here are these two right here. So we need the URL connection and the Java net URL. So those are the 2 new ones that we need for today. Okay, and so we're going to create so you see here the main activity is app compat activity. That doesn't change. So what we did here is, you see, this is the button, the texture view, and then obviously some variables for the camera ID and image reader, background processes, and this is our first method. And these functions, the texture listener, take picture, those don't exist yet. I'll create them later. So I said this is exactly the same as before. And you can see here we're going to change the text in the button to say recording or record. So when I had it as button before, it didn't really matter, so that's fine. So the next one is a texture. Oh, it closed that automatically. Oh, there we go. So this is the texture listener. So you see now, if we scroll up here, this is gone. So we haven't created this one yet. We'll create it later. So this is exactly the same as before. Obviously, Open Camera hasn't been created yet. Go a little bit faster here. So all this is from before as well. There's nothing different here. I'm just going to focus more on what's new. Yeah, take picture. I think this is, yeah. So the take picture one is, yeah, take picture is new. So it has new stuff. So I'll just focus on what's new there. Okay, so this is a take picture method. So I'll tell you what's new here. Where is it here? So you see, we make sure it's a JPEG. JPEG. The orientation. What else is here? So yeah, this is the same as before, but we're to save the image. And yeah, so this is the upload. This is the new part from last tutorial. So you can see here for the upload, we get the bytes. We get the URL. I've hard coded it. I should probably make this a variable. What I might do is in the activity main, maybe I'll put an input box there where you can put the URL, the target. But I said this is local, so I can change it anytime. And then what else is here? Yeah, so the connection, the method is post. And then, as I said, the application output stream, and the output, the bytes, and the response. So just output the response because it's a text. The JSON is a text, so just output it. So if outputs everything is fine, then we know we're all good there. And what else here? Yeah, so this is this is the one that writes it to the file to save it, and you can see after that we upload it as well. So there's nothing. All this is exactly the same as before, and the rest of this is going to be the same. There's nothing new from the last tutorial, which was the one where we saved the they saved the photo. If you're that quick, you can actually review that one or the earlier one. There's nothing different at all. Just make sure you don't use the AI generated code because, as you noticed, that didn't work. This one does work. And then you can upload update preview, and this is to close the camera because what happens sometimes is some apps, like the native apps, for example, if you're doing like two-factor authentication, they will put your app in the background, so then you need to resume, and you need to pause and resume. And then finally we have a companion object. This is the last one part here. And we should be good to go. Yeah, so there's no errors. We're good. So these are the orientations. I'm not using this at all. And the camera permission, set 200. You see the tag, I set it to chicken webcam. Okay, so we can actually go and compile this. Before I do that, I do want to pair. My phone was actually updated yesterday. So I hope this works. This has been giving me some problems. So what you do is you go to your phone, you go into your settings, you go down to your developer options, then you scroll down and you find where it says USB, it says debugging. The first one is USB debugging, then a little bit below that you'll see USB debugging. You turn that on, you allow. Then it will give you two options: pair device with QR code or pair device with pairing code. So I'm going to try it QR code. Last time it didn't work, but I'll try it this time. Hopefully it does work. Doesn't seem to be working at all. Let me try one more time. Okay, that's not working. Man, that sucks. Let's try this one. Click the back button and I'll try pairing with so it gave me a code. Yeah, it can't even find the device. I might have to use the oh, it has a different IP address. It can't even find the devices. So one more time. Close this. Okay, pair. QR code. Let's try this. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, it's not working, so I can't use the phone, so I'll just close this. I'll just use this medium font, so just click the debug here. It's going to take a while to load up, but I think oh, it's actually fast. Wow. Okay. Normally it takes a while to load up. Actually, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to turn off the wireless debugging and try this. Okay, now I'm going to turn it on, hit allow. Oh, something's working. Oh, looks like it did work. According to this, it did work. It paired. Okay, so top to turn on. Okay, so the phone is here. I'd rather use the phone. Can I change this? Running devices. Okay, so I guess that's a trick. What you should do is I'll open this up first and then turn on wireless debugging. So the phone is off, so I'm going to switch the phone on. There we go. And yeah, that's what I was saying. You see now it's paired to the device. Let's see here. I don't do anything too stupid. Where is this app? Is the app actually installed anywhere? Oh, the app is not installed. That makes sense. So I gotta click that to install it. Okay, so it has. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm gonna use only this time, and you can see that's the phone. So that's the phone there. As you can see there, so that's a phone. And yeah, so I click the record button. Can I actually click the record button? Okay, it looks like I can't click the record button. Can I use here? There we go. See, it says recording. And what it should do is, you see that it says saved. It saved the photo. So I'm gonna, hopefully I can put it somewhere where the camera is still working. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is I want to show you that it actually does work. You can see here, you see it actually saved the image. And I can prove it to you if I go here and you check the date, you see the date and time has changed. The image has changed. I open up here so you can see that the image is actually, yeah, so the image is actually running. And you can prove it as well because you see on the server here, you see it's the post to save JPEG PHP. You see it's opening and closing. Now I'm gonna put my camera up, and you see the photo should change. Yeah, see the photo has changed there. I'm putting the camera, showing it outside, and there we go. See, that's the outside, and there we go. So it does work. I put the camera down, that's why you're seeing the black screen. Oops, wrong one here. Okay, so if I click this, you see it should stop. Did I click it? There we go. Now it says record, so it's no longer recording. And so that's it. So as I said before, the reason I'm saving that photo is the photo is found in Device Manager for Samsung here. You click this little guy, and then you go to Open in Device Explorer, and then I believe it should be saved in Data. I can't remember. Is it the Data app? What's the name of this application? I think it's Kotlin something. So let's see where we can find KKK for Kotlin. Oh, here we go. Kotlin, you see photo upload. And you see there's an image folder here. So we're going there. You see it's pic.jpg. You see the file has been saved here. So if I double click on this folder, it's downloaded. It's just a black one. But I said if I so that's why it's saved. And obviously I can also upload it to my. I'm gonna stop this. I can upload it to my server. So I'm gonna close this as well. And how do I exit here? I'm gonna close this project. Okay. Yeah, so I've closed this project. This is what it looks like here. And as you can see, we have the PHP server is still running. And as you see, this is the last image here. So we can close our PHP server here. We don't need it anymore. So I just type psaux grep PHP, I think it was. Was it Sterno? I think it's Sterno. Yeah, Sterno. So this one here, 23. So just type kill 23637. Yeah, it's closed and there's no PHP running as well. So I can close this. And yeah, so that's it. So that's it for the coding part of this tutorial. So much time has passed. That's fine. So quick reminder that every day I host a live stream. You visit ojambo.com, you go to the watch menu, the live sub menu. You can see this is the current live stream, live right now. And these are the post-dated topics for future live streams. Okay, be sure to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments for more frequent content. And if you did enjoy this, you can consider supporting me. You can purchase one of my WordPress plugins at ojambo.com. You can enroll in my programming courses on ojamboshop.com. You can buy my programming books on Amazon. Search for Edward Ojambo, links in the description. You can hire me for your programming and app development needs at ojamboservices.com. And you can also become a donor at ojambo.com/donate. The donate button is also up here in the fixed header. Okay, so I don't see any chat requests, so I'm going to end this tutorial right now, and I'll see you guys in the next